Today, I'm going to show you 4 credit cards that offer a $200 bonus for every $500 spent within the first 90 days. That's a 40% return on your spent money, which is an incredible rate of return considering everything that's happening right now with the economy. So it's 4 cards, both by Chase and Capital One. 2 by Chase, 2 by Capital One. They're very similar in some ways. In other ways, they're slightly different. I'm going to compare the differences. So the first one we're going to look at is the Capital One Quicksilver Rewards. This one is sort of a flat rate card of 1.5% on all purchases. And then there's a specific higher level 5% on hotels and rental cars. And it's 0% for 15 months, balances, and balance transfers and purchases. The second one, we're going to skip over this one here. This is a $300 bonus one, but it has a $3,000 purchase requirement, which makes it only a 10% return, plus it's got an annual fee. So here's the second one that we're going to look at. It's the Capital One Savor 1 card, and it's more of a general purpose card. It's 3% dining, entertainment, and streaming services, 1% on all other purchases. So if you're looking for an all-around and you don't want to deal with the categories, the Quicksilver is going to be a 0.5% better on that. Then there's also the 5% on hotels and rental cars if you go through the Capital One travel website. This one, like the Quicksilver, has no foreign transaction fees and no minimum redemption amount. So even if you've got like $5 in points, you're not going to have to wait for it to go up to, $25 to redeem it. You could have like $1 in there, $5, and you can redeem it. So this is also 0% interest on the balance transfers for 15 months and purchases. Okay, so now we're going to look at Chase. Chase has 2 cards here with 5%. I mean, with the 40% return, $200 bonus. The Chase Freedom Unlimited and the Chase Freedom Flex. This one I would say is a better card for groceries. If your primary spending is on groceries, this has a fixed 5% category on grocery stores. But it doesn't include, of course, Target and Walmart. Up to the first $12,000 spent in the year. And then it's 1.5% cash back for everything else. So it's sort of like the Quicksilver in that way. But you've got the benefit of the 5% grocery category, which is better than the Quicksilver. And then you also have 3% on dining and restaurants, 3% drugstore, 5% travel if you go through the Chase website. And you also have 0% interest on balance transfers and purchases for 15 months, just like you do with Capital One. You also have no minimum redemption amount, and points don't expire, same as Capital One has for both cards. Chase, both of the Chase cards, or this one here is actually a Visa. This one is a MasterCard, whereas both of the Capital One cards are MasterCards. So if you're somebody that shops at Costco a lot and you need a Visa card, this Freedom Unlimited would probably be a little better for that if you don't already have a Visa card. The Freedom Flex, the second card we're going to look at, also $200 bonus on the 500. You have a 5% grocery store option on this one, and you have a 5% quarterly bonus that rotates every quarter. So that one's a little bit nice how it has the 5%, but then on all other purchases it's only 1% instead of 1.5% for the Freedom Unlimited. So it's kind of a toss-up. I would say either one of these is going to work well, but if you need more of a Visa for Costco, this would be better, the Chase Freedom Unlimited. One difference between Chase and Capital One is Capital One has no foreign transaction fees on either one of the cards, whereas Chase has a transaction fee on both of the cards. It's 3% of the amount. So if you go to like AliExpress and you buy something, or one of these Chinese websites or overseas, they're going to charge you 3%. So I would say for traveling outside of the US, you may be better off with Capital One. So that's another thing to consider. The approval rates for both of these, I've been approved for all of these cards. I haven't been approved for this one yet, but I've been approved for all the others. And it's been pretty easy and pretty straightforward. And with Capital One, I've got both of them, and I've gotten both of the bonuses. So that was a pretty sweet deal. But anyways, with these sort of tough times and everything, the $200 is a pretty nice deal. So I have a referral link to these in the YouTube description if you want to try out one of these cards, or just try applying. Maybe you'll get it, maybe you won't. It doesn't really hurt anything. So anyways, that's just my little video. Have a good one.